Hello, good morning, everyone. All right, so this is the matter of 22 FM 7363. The purpose of this hearing is really just a status to try to check on where we are with regard to your daughter. So let's start with you, Mr. Lovejoy. Where are we?
Your Honor, still at the same point of her and Anaya needing to sit down and talk. I mean, well, not sit down and talk, but they have plenty of times, and it's just not going right between them two. And like I said, Your Honor, I can't put a belt on my daughter and make her go out there and talk to her mother or be around her mother or go around her mother. You know, everything is all about Casey doing this, Casey doing that. At this point, my daughter's 17. You guys her mother need to sit down and talk instead of trying to control the situation.
But
Like
aren't they talking? Isn't this the
no,
whole point of the
no, ma'am, no, ma'am. They
what do you
still
mean?
not.
What's the difference? What do you mean they need to sit down and talk?
I mean, ma'am, they not spending no time with each other. I mean, Miss McCallum, she's supposed to come and get her, and she's not coming when she's supposed to. You know, she's just not coming when she's supposed to. Like last time we was talking, she supposed to come pick her up on Friday after school. She's
Uh-huh.
never done that. They never done that together. And then, like you said, like she said, her job is lingering, so she able to come and pick her up like she's supposed to. She always coming to pick her up at like nine. Well, my daughter work on Friday. She just started back working, so she work on Friday from 5 to like 11 o'clock. Her mother, I got camera of her mother always showing up at my house at 9:30 when she know that she get off at 11 o'clock. So some days my daughter be like, "Well, Dad, I'm not going with my mom because I don't want to go." So I can't make her go. And I had plenty of messages in my phone. I wish I could upload the voice thing of me and my daughter talking where you can hear it. And I'm not telling my daughter not to go with her mother. Like I said, that's her. That's on her. Her and her mother. I don't know
But
what's
when
going
she
on.
says she doesn't want to go, are you encouraging her to go, or are you just letting
Yes,
her
yes.
make?
I say now you know it's your weekend to go with your mother, and I tell her on the phone. I tell her, I mean, if I could upload that stuff and let you hear it, and I'd be like, well, now that's up to you. I can't do nothing but stand behind you. You know, whatever you want to do. But then she'd be like, well,
But
Dad, I don't want
that's
to
in
go.
opposite of what I was telling you to tell her. Your position was to
Yeah, no, but
encourage the relationship, not to say, Anaya, you get to make your own decision. Because if you did
right,
that, then you're
right.
standing behind her making her own decision rather than encouraging the relationship.
Yeah, but I tell her, if I like I said, Yana, if I could upload it, I could tell, I can tell, you can hear the message, and I can tell. I say, nah, it's your mother weekend. You need to spend time.
So,
But that's
so the therapy appointments didn't help.
no. I mean, yes. I mean, the therapy. They say they don't see nothing wrong with her. He really wanted to know why was she put into this place to this program, and he was like, he don't see nothing about her. Like they had on medicine, like she trying to commit suicide. He said this ain't medicine for her. She don't have no visible marks. She don't have it's nothing wrong with her. So why is he just want to know why was she put into this place? And he
Was he
been
aware that she had run away from home several times, getting into fights at school?
yes he was aware,
And
but then
he doesn't think there's any issues with behavior with all of that.
no, as he talked to her and he spoke to me, he don't see no behavior. It just he didn't see no nothing wrong. So he was
You
like,
mean
well,
a teenager is running away from home, fighting at school, and your therapist saw nothing wrong with her
I
behavior?
I mean that's just what he was. That's what he told me. So I'm just like, was it a better environment with you? Was it this or was it that? So I said, well, sir, he asked me, have she ran away with you? I said, no, she been with me for a year and a half, and she haven't ran away. We haven't had them incidents of her running away or doing this and doing that. So, Your Honor, I don't know what's the problem. I mean, I'm talking to her, and I don't see no problems with her. I don't see, like I say right now, she's not going through this anymore. I mean, Your Honor, you have to talk to her. I mean,
Yeah.
and you know, I just feel like it's a better environment with me. I mean, that's how I feel. Like
You
like
feel
like
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 what
like
now?
like the counselor said, she haven't ran away from me, and at all. We haven't had no. She working every day.
The counselor that you're with, that's a certified counselor?
Yeah, he's a certified counselor.
Okay. And Ms. McCollum, how things going from your perspective?
So Yana, not good. It started off okay. I came over and picked her up. She came with me a weekend. It was the weekend before her birthday. Her birthday is October the 2nd. We talked about different things. I took her, she did a photo shoot for her birthday. Nails, everything was fine. I'm on a video with her. She likes to vlog. Everything was okay. Birthday came up, October 2nd. She wanted to go out to eat. Me and her was going to do that with a couple of my friends and one of her friends. Mr. Lovejoy did not allow her to do that with me. Comes the next weekend up with me and her supposed to now come with each other. She called me that Thursday, asked me if she could. She said birthday plans was changed. We were gonna come over. She wanted to go to Six Flags with her friends and do some different things, and then go to the haunted house and everything, go out to eat. She called me that Thursday. Supposed to come over that Friday. Called me that Thursday. Mom, I want to spend a night over a friend's house, but it's gonna be her dad's house. Absolutely not. Not a man's house. No, absolutely not. So here comes Friday. She calls me, she got to school. Oh, we're not going to go over, the young lady name is Asia. We're not going to go over Asia's dad's house. We're going to go over somebody else's house. Who is this person? I don't know her. I never heard you spoke of her. Then I tried to step back, Your Honor, because she hasn't been around me frequently. Does your dad know them? Does he know them? He met them, but does he know them? Does he hang out with them? Have they been around each other? We've always been like that, Your Honor. There's even family members who we don't allow her to go to just because we don't like the scenery or how they dictate with their kids. So you can't go over there. Always been like that. She picked the phone up and said, well, hey, I'm not coming with you then. Hung up on me. I go to try to pick her up. She was supposed to be off that weekend. So that's why when I got off work, because I worked from 10 to 8, and yes, my job is lenient. However, if she's mostly working, he takes her to work. And so I pick her up from work there when I go get her. I get off work, have a video, go into the house. The girlfriend opens the door, says she's not here, slams it, and I walk off. I go to her job, go up there. She's not coming with me. I wait for a while. Mr. Lovejoy then pulls up, grabs her, and him and his family go ahead and they go home. I'm sitting outside the car and I have the video of it. I said, Anaya, I'm sitting outside waiting on you. Anaya waits maybe about 20, 30 minutes. And then she says, she texts my phone and said, I'm not coming outside. I said, okay, let me sit back and let me text Mr. Lovejoy. So I text him. I said, hey, Anaya, everything was fine with me and Anaya. She wants to go over someone else's house who I don't know, as well as she already stated to me that you do not know them. I'm not allowing her to go anywhere anything happens, and that's on my heart. So no, she can't do that. You have to fix that with Anaya. Anaya don't feel comfortable going with you. Do I need to call the police on you? The police told me that if she don't feel comfortable with you, she doesn't have to go. So I'm guessing that they called the police to try to see whatever when it was time for her to get off. Every weekend has been my weekend. I have come to try to get my daughter. Mr. Lovejoy pulls up at her job, and I have multiple videos of him grabbing her. She's walking out. He said, Anaya, come to the car and just talk to me. Me and Anaya was just together on Sunday. I saw her aunt and her cousin out. They called her on video. Me and Anaya talked. Anaya was like, I miss you. I love you. I told her the same thing as well. I'm always going to be there for you, but I'm your mom. At this point, I can't be your friend. I would love for us to have a great friendship, but I'm your mom first, and my job is to protect you. She came with me Sunday, nails done, had a little day. We just talked everything else. Brought it back to the house. I said, hey, it's open. You call me. You call me, I'm calling you. I'm answering my text message, answering my phone. Everything was okay. Wednesday, she calls me at the school that she was at. They're not allowed to have their cell phones there. So she called me Wednesday, hey, are you going into the office today? And I said, yeah, my days are Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, well, they took my phone. I don't have my phone. I can't get it back or whatever. I said, okay. So I went to work those Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, y'all, I get up, go all the way out to Lawrenceville to go get her phone for her. They call her, they tell her on the radio, on the speaker, hey, it's not early dismissal, just come to the office. So she comes in there, she just like looking me up and down. I said, hey, good morning, what's wrong with you? Just looking, I said, I came to get your phone for you so you can at least have it over the weekend. Oh, okay. And it's just like, I don't know what the combativeness is. I don't know what it is. When she's with me 1 minute, everything is fine. We can talk. When she go back, just cut off. I brought my cousins. My cousins adore her. She has an 8-year-old cousin and a 4-year-old cousin. The weekend, one weekend was supposed to be my weekend. I'm not going to sit up here and just take you, grab you from your job and do all that stuff. So I brought the cousins. They've been wanting to see her. Brought them up. She wouldn't even speak to them. Now, what has a 4 and 8-year-old done to you, Anaya? Those kids love you. When she was coming over here, she told me come pick me up from work, so I want to go see them. She come and see them, and they talk and they play around and everything. So I don't know what the disconnect is. But if this counselor is sitting up here saying that there's something that nothing's going on, that's ridiculous. I have stuff even before. And yes, they said they'll put her on some medicine or something, but even before that, when she had grief counseling, I put her in before all that stuff started happening. And she was also at Chris Kids. They talked to Anaya. Anaya liked the counseling sessions that she had. She had a therapist and she had a clinician.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, Miss McCullum. Miss Marshall, give me a call. Go ahead, Miss McCullum.
Yes. So when he says the part about, oh, she's better over there and she's not running away, it's the fact that you're allowing her to do any and everything. That first weekend when I got back, we chilled and everything. That's the weekend that we did the photo shoot. And that Sunday, she asked to go with her friends to the movies. And I took her there and allowed her. Picked her up, Mr. Lovejoy playing games again. She told him, because the movie theater she works at is right down the street. She called him. He said he was going to pick her up. I come back home. When it's time, she calls me, Mom, can you come pick me up because my dad said he's not coming. I mean, Casey, you stay 3 minutes from there, if that the max. Like, come on. So she called me. The guy who she was dating at the time, he wanted to formally meet me. I spoke to him and saw him on FaceTime. We go out to eat. The cousin is there too. Mind you, they're just talking, and I'm just sitting back so I can just take in everything. They're telling incidents when they're hanging out, going to parties, staying out till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, drinking. And this is literally, I'm sitting here, his cousin Anaya is in front of me, and I'm just looking at her. I'm like, baby girl. After I didn't say anything while we sitting there, I'm just giving her the eye. But when we get in the car, I'm like, Naya, come on. But they're telling me plenty of incidents when they're just out having fun. So of course you're not running away. You have free range to do what you want to do. So why run away? Why try to leave the situation when you can pretty much come and go as you choose to? And so that's a problem.
She was talking about coming home at 2 a.m., drinking and stuff like that.
But hanging out at, I think it was, I can't remember, it was Waffle House or IHOP, but they were mentioning that hanging out and they were at a party and how she was drunk at Waffle House or IHOP at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I knew it wasn't the same instance because she was like, such party. And he was like, no, the other party. So you get to hang and do what you want to do. So, and for Mr. Lovejoy, that's, ma'am, it feels like he's just a bitter, jilted ex, and you're allowing your daughter to do anything because a parent, but a dad would allow their child to just come and go as they choose to. That's ridiculous. I then saw a video somebody sent me, one of her friends. You let her go to school with pink and black hair, pink and black eyelashes, looking like a Nicki Minaj Pink Friday album cover. Lashes all the way here. Your Honor, it's just ridiculous. And then to come to find out that the last tech comes to your house. So it's not that you brought her there that time, took her there. The young lady came to your house. You allowed this lady to walk out your front door with your daughter having pink and black eyelashes.
What? Who came to her house?
The last tech. And did her eyelashes, her last tech. So Ms. Lovejoy allowed her to have pink and black eyelashes. The lashes, black right here, bright pink and black again. To school, like, I just don't get it. It's like she can do any and everything and he's just allowing her to.
What's your response to that, Mr. Lovejoy? Like,
okay,
is she going to parties? Is she staying out late? Are you okay with her drinking?
No, ma'am. She is not going to no parties. I can count on 5 hands that Anaya have been out. I can't even count on 5 fingers that Anaya have been out. Anaya does not go to no parties. Anaya, like I say, Your Honor, her mother go play victim because it's all about money. Want me to tell you how it's all about money about her mother?
No, I want you to respond to your position is that Anaya does not go out. So when
No,
I ask you
ma'am.
Anaya, she's not
No,
gonna tell me she went to any parties.
ma'am, she will tell you. She do not. I don't play that. She's not finna go to no parties. That's my
Okay,
daughter.
no parties. And what about her with the dressing, with the eyebrows, eyelashes? What about that?
Ma'am, Halima took her to get her eyelashes with the pink on there. Halima took her.
Yana,
For
I
her
had to
birthday, for her birthday, you took
right
her.
now.
You took her for her birthday, Halima.
She didn't
But
have
the
pink lashes for her. Casey, I have
Yana, can I talk, Yana, please?
So did Anaya tell you her mom got her the pink?
Ma'am, her mother took her. Ma'am, her mother took her to the
That's not
photo
what I
shoot.
asked you. I asked you, did Anaya tell you that her mom?
Yes,
Oh.
yes, she took her. She
So
took her.
because you thought her mom gave her the pink eyelashes, you were okay with it?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with it, ma'am.
no.
It's for a photo shoot. It's for her photo shoot. It's for a photo shoot. It's not like she.
Did you see
It's
the
cool.
pictures of the photo shoot?
Yana, can I?
The mink lashes.
No, because Mr. Lovejoy, you're changing the subject, and I don't like that. I'd like to stay with one concept so I can get it. So the first concept that I'm going to deal with is the party. You're saying there is no party.
No, ma'am.
And-
Ma'am, I don't tolerate no party. My daughter.
So you don't tolerate pottery
No,
and drinking?
No drinking, no nothing.
No drinking. Okay.
No drinking, no nothing.
All right. And you're saying that the eyelashes you tolerate because why? You're okay with
it was for her photo shoot.
For her photo.
So yes, ma'am. It was for her photo shoot.
The photo shoot with mom?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen the pictures from the photo shoot?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I got a couple of them in my phone. Well, I just had got another phone yesterday, so I got a couple of them in my phone.
In the photo shoot,
and I mean,
in the photo shoot pictures that you have, are her eyelashes pink?
No, they pink and black. And it's like a little strip of pink. It's not like they all pink, and it's like it was for a photo shoot. So,
Mr. Lovejoy, my question was the photos that you have for the photo shoot mom sent her to. Do you have pictures?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I think
and
I have.
Of the pictures that you have, does she have pink eyelashes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please produce that. And ma'am, I just want to say
I'm sorry, I'm talking to him right now. And with regard to picking her up after on mom's weekend, why do you pick her up on mom's weekend instead of letting mom pick her up from her job?
Ma'am, because my daughter called me hysterical. She calls me. She say, "Daddy," that's why I say, ma'am, if I could send you the messages, you will hear how now you're saying, Daddy, I don't feel comfortable going with her.
All right. She doesn't feel comfortable. Do you know why?
I doesn't know why, but I doesn't know why, but it's an ongoing thing with her and her mother.
What is it, Mr. Lovejoy, that what makes her not want to go with her mother?
She shows up to a job unannounced. I mean, that's just what Naya said. That's what my daughter tell me. My daughter tell me
so her mom shows up to the job unannounced.
Unannounced, yes.
But you can show up, and she's okay.
I mean, I show up when she called me. When it's time to pick her up, it's time to pick her up. And I say, Naya.
Where does your daughter want Miss McCullum to pick her up when she's working? From your house?
She usually pick up from her job because my daughter usually have her clothes with her. But the days when my daughter don't have her clothes, her mother come up there and pick up her clothes before it's time for her to get off.
Mr. Lovejoy, what's
yes,
the unannounced? I'm trying to figure out what causes the issue. Are you saying she's coming on weekends that she's not supposed to have her?
I mean, she's coming. She's not coming. She's not coming when she's supposed to. When she do come, she come like 11 o'clock at night. So
what time is she supposed to come?
She's supposed to pick up on Friday after school. Now you get out of school at 2 o'clock. So, ma'am, now you get out of school at 2 o'clock. Now you got to be at work at 5. So every day I take her to work. And I feel like if it's 2 o'clock, her mother's supposed to come and get her and take her to work because she got to be at work at 5. But I've been doing it ever since you put it in order for her to get her. And then
So I need to
Halima,
change the order to what? To allow mom to pick her up from after.
she can pick her up from work at 11 o'clock.
But didn't you just say Anaya doesn't want her to pick her up at work at 11 o'clock?
I mean, ma'am, yes. Sometimes she pick her up, sometimes she don't. This only happened like once that she picked her up at 11 o'clock from her job.
So that incident was only once.
Yeah, that was only once.
Okay.
So it'd be like it's like back and forth, and it's like sometimes Halima she'll come to my house and park outside and sit outside. Like one incident when she said she pulled up in the officer. I went and talked to the officer that work out there on campus on the not on campus but at the movie theater. It's an officer that be on duty at all times. So I went out there and talked to him, and I specifically explained what was going on. So he was like,
why were you explaining to an officer that Miss McCullum was waiting for her daughter? Was her daughter weekend?
Yes, that was her daughter weekend. But my daughter, like I said, my daughter called me. She called me. She like, Daddy, my mom out here. So I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? She was like, Dad, I don't want to go with her. I'm like, why you don't want to go? She said, Daddy, because I just don't want to go because how she come to my job and how she do this and how she do that. And then she said,
comes to my job. So Naya doesn't want her to pick her up from the job.
I mean, ma'am, I guess not. I mean, I don't.
Lovejoy, listen to me,
ma'am. I don't.
No, I gotta, because now you're throwing a lot of stuff at me, and I don't like it when it's not making sense. First of all, you told me mom only came to Anaya to get Anaya once.
Right.
Now you're telling me Anaya is telling you I don't want to go because she keeps coming to my job. So which is it?
She keep coming to her job being aggressive.
So she's been to her job more than once.
Yes.
So the incident you're telling me occurred more than once because you just said it only happened once.
Yes. No,
but it happened more than once.
Yeah, she done been to her job more than once.
Okay.
But it's just like she told her daughter that she gonna make her lose her job and make her do this.
Man, sir, I'm trying to figure out one thing at a time. Anaya does want her to come to her job to pick her up or doesn't?
She does. She doesn't. She doesn't want her to come to her job.
She prefers to pick her up from the house.
I guess so. Yes, ma'am.
So
yes,
you're going to pick her up at night, bring her home, and let Miss McCullum grab her from your house.
I mean, I can do that. I can.
Okay. So for some reason, she doesn't mind you picking her up from the job, but she doesn't want Miss McCullum to pick her up from the job.
Yes, ma'am. I guess yes, ma'am.
Because when Miss McCullum gets there, what does Miss McCullum do? Is she yelling, screaming? What is she doing that causes Anaya stress?
Man, I mean, ma'am, when I get there, now y'all already done called me, so I don't know what's going on before I get there. So Your Honor, I mean, I'm not trying to be smart. You probably just need to just talk to Anaya because I
need you. You're doing the very thing that caused me some concern, which is that you don't try to figure out what's going on. It's like you relving in the idea that something between them is happening, and you are pretending as if you don't have anything to do with it. But you, Mr. Lovejoy, you have something to do with it because you are the parent that the child is living with, and you're the parent that's backing up the needs and wants of the child. So you got to understand what's going on, and you don't. Every single time we talk about, I ask you, why she ran away? I don't know. Did you ask? Why she doesn't like her mom? Do you know? No. Did you ask?
Your Honor.
Why? No, you do that all the time, though. Why is she acting this way? I don't know. Did you ask? You keep pretending like you don't need to know what's going on between your daughter and her mother. And to be a co-parent, Mr. Lovejoy, you're supposed to encourage relationships. You're supposed to help them. You're supposed to help them along. You can't put your hand up and go, well, as long as mine is fine, I don't really care what's going on with her and Anaya, because Anaya ultimately needs her mother. She may not need her at 17 because she's in her defiant years, but at some point, a young lady is going to need her mom. And you got to encourage that relationship before it's fractured to the point, well, it takes too much to repair. So I'm not asking you to do anything special. I'm not asking you to do anything beyond other than why? You don't even ask the question why. What is Miss McCullum doing when she's going to pick her up? Is she getting out the car? Is she running, going to her boss and talking to her? What is she doing?
Yes, that's what she's doing right there. Going to her boss, talking to her bosses, and getting the
But
phone
you just
numbers.
said you didn't know 5 minutes ago. You had no clue.
See, Yana, that's why I say, Yana, she's 7. I mean, Yana, I'm just doing the best I can do with my daughter, provide and do what I'm supposed to do as a man. I said, Yana, mom got to step up to the plate. She's not stepping up to the plate because she's not taking
Tell
care
me
of her
why mom is
responsibility.
not stepping up to the plate. What should mom be doing?
Providing for her child.
Providing how?
Providing. She's not providing nothing. I mean,
I know. What do you want her to provide to step up to the plate? What does she provide?
Clothes, food, and all that accessories. Like for instance, Yana, she's
right now, Miss McCullum is not paying child support, and
she's not doing nothing.
Mr. Lovejoy.
Yes, ma'am.
How would Anaya know what her mom is not doing to the extent that she doesn't want to hang with her mom? Are you telling her that?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay,
no,
so
ma'am.
then that is not affecting Anaya because Anaya doesn't know that. I want to know what's affecting Anaya that you are aware of.
Okay. Yana, you have to talk to Anaya, Yana. I mean, we talking.
Have you spoken to Anaya?
Have I spoken to Anaya?
Yes.
I mean, she fine. She okay.
No, have you spoken to Anaya about her relationship with her mom?
Yes.
And I'm asking you to tell me, but you keep telling me all this stuff. In other words, Mr. Lovejoy, you have generalized so much. There's nothing on my notes. You haven't given me one specific incident of something that's happening so that I can try to fix it, but I can't fix it because you're general. What is Anaya saying? What is specifically Miss McCullum's doing?
Man, now you just tell me she don't want to. Like when I try to talk to Anaya about it, now you say, well, Daddy, you got to let me and my mama fix that. She said, because my mama know what she did to me. My mama know what she did. So I said, well, Naya, y'all need to sit down and talk because
but you
I don't know what's going on.
So you don't know?
No, I don't know.
And you haven't tried to find out?
I mean, I sat down and spoke to Naya plenty of times. Naya, she'll speak to me about some stuff, but it's some stuff that she don't want to speak about. So I say, well, Naya, you got to tell me if I know when I talk to the judge.
Mr. Lovejoy.
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot allow you to be her physical parent if you cannot do the number one thing, which is encourage the relationship. See, you got to look at the statute. I have to do things by the statute, okay? In order for you to keep Anaya, you have to encourage her relationship with her mother. If you don't, I cannot give you Anaya. That's the reason why we're having this status conference.
But man, I tell her, I say, now you need to speak to your mother. I got, like I said, young, if I can send you the messages, I tell her, Naya, I'm not telling, no, don't talk to your mother. No, don't do that. Baby girl, talk to your mother. Talk to your mother. Well, Daddy, Daddy, I don't want to talk to her. Now you talk to your mother. I got the messages I got text messages. Now you need to call your mother. She calling me. I said, you need to call your mother and talk to your mother.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try it one more time before I make a final decision. But I'm just telling you, it's very difficult for me to assign a relationship to change, to do a custody. Well, I have a parent who's not encouraging a relationship. And you can't, and if you don't even know why, you guys came in September, it's December, and you can't give me one clue what's wrong with them. Like one incident, one circumstance, one situation. The only thing you know is Anaya says, I don't want to go with my mom. And that's sufficient for you. And that's not sufficient for the court. It's not. So I'll schedule an appointment to talk with Anaya. So maybe I can figure it out. But for right now, we're going to do visitation. Let me try to change this visitation up so that Miss McCullum, you're picking Anaya up from the house instead of her job. which to me seems odd. It seems like she would prefer to be picked up from there and just keep going, and then that would prevent Mr. Lovejoy from having to leave the house and pick her up and come
Yes,
back.
ma'am.
I don't know why that is, but
Yeah.
whatever it is, to
Or-
prevent there from being any concerns, I'll just let her pick up. You can just pick her up from her job, bring her home, and then you can pick her up from there. What time does she get off?
Supposed to be 11.
All right. So let's say by what time do you think? Maybe 11:30. That's on Friday nights, right?
Correct.
Do you want to do 11:30 on Fridays from his home?
I can.
All right, 11:30 Fridays if his home. We'll change that. And return father's home at 7.
And Your Honor, can I ask you just one question about the pickup?
Yes.
Okay, so if she doesn't come outside, Mr. Lovejoy tells me once again that she doesn't want to come and he's going to call the police. At that time, because a sheriff told me that for DeKalb County, but I'm still trying to be cordial and neutral about the situation. But I was told the last 2 times I was trying to get her that he's now abiding by your ruling so that I can take a contempt of court out. I was going to do that, but I'm thinking about me and Anaya. So this time, if I go pick her up and he calls Gwinnett County and tell them that that she doesn't feel comfortable because Gwinnett County just says, oh, we can't pull her out the house. And I'm not going to force them to do that. So at that point,
the only thing you can do if she doesn't come out is that you can make a police report, and you just make it the police report. The police report is not to drag her out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Make a record. So when you come back before me, you can say, I was there, I was on time, Anaya did not come out.
Okay.
And then the question becomes, what did Mr. Lovejoy do to get her out of the house? And then we'll deal with that. But I would speak with Anaya to try to get an understanding of what it is that Anaya is trying to create, or what the circumstances might be, and see what we can do to try to encourage your relationship. Like she said, she's 17 years old. I don't know exactly what's happened. Mr. Lovejoy has indicated he's taken her to therapy, and the therapist he doesn't even understand, apparently, that something is wrong. So I don't know. So I'll talk with Anaya and try to understand what was she running away from. So apparently there must be something, but no one has been able to figure it out. So I'll talk with her and try to figure out what it is that she's concerned about. And we'll go from there. So Miss Marshall will give you all a date. It'll be an in-person date, obviously, because I would like for her to come in court. I'll try to do it in like a morning interview so that it won't take away from school for too much of the day. Or we might do it in what time does she normally get out of school?
She get home at 2, Your Honor.
Okay,
she
so
walked through the door.
The appointment like at 4, like at the end of the day. That way she won't miss school.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So it'll be at the top of the year. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Y'all take care.